Hello children, welcome back to my virtual classroom. And after a long break, right? No, 2 weeks. We are back after 2 weeks and everybody knows what were we down with. We were all down with the exam fever and now the exams are over, so we all are getting back to the track again. We are back to the pavilion, regular classes, your homeworks, worksheet, classwork, present ma'am, absent ma'am comes back again on track. So today I'm going to talk about something different, something related to nature, something related to the natural environment. So let's just pull up our socks and get ready for the video. I hope you like it. So let's study. Children, here you see something on the screen, something that clicks your mind. Volcano, floods, cyclones, earthquakes, drought, famine. What does it bring all about? It talks about the natural calamities in our environment. What does this natural calamity mean? Natural calamity, you know that natural comes from the word nature. It comes from the word nature. It includes all the plants, animals and other living and non-living creatures that are not human made. Natural calamities are not at all human made. It also refers to things that happen and are beyond our control. You know, rain, we can't stop rain. Flood, we cannot stop flood. These are all beyond our control and we cannot control them. These disasters are caused by natural forces, and it also proves that proves to humans that any kind of scientific development is inferior to the fury of nature. Human world is definitely not able to control the natural calamity which is called by nature. You know, when I talk about natural calamity, that movie comes to my mind in which Akshay Kumar and Paresh Rawal were there. I'm forgetting the name of the movie, and something it was like this, where Paresh Rawal was an owner of a shop of statues, I think. And in that movie, suddenly an earthquake occurs and everything starts breaking. So there he goes to the Supreme High Court, he goes to the Supreme Court, Paresh Rawal. There he fights for, to get his money back. And there he considers it to be an act of God. Yes, natural calamity is an act of God, is definitely an act of God. So let's study about the act of God. Like I said, events that take place which causes great damage to human life and property is known as a calamity, or are known as calamities. When calamities are caused due to natural factors, they are called as natural calamity, the act of God. Let's study what are these natural calamities. One by one, we are going to study what are the natural calamities. The first one, earthquake. What is an earthquake? When there is an earthquake, the ground shakes. Everybody knows that. And along with this, the buildings shake too. Due to this, cracks develop in the walls of houses and they may even fall down. Earthquakes, what do? They bring everything down. They start breaking the roads and everything. Example, the Gujarat earthquake which happened in 2001, the Nepal earthquake which also took place. A major earthquake is disastrous and can topple chimneys, causing fires, snap electric wires and water mains. Everything can break down and everything can come on us and we can also die. People lose their loved ones and belongings. Like I said, we may become a threat to our own life. People may even have to live in tents for many weeks after an earthquake till they can build their homes again. See, what a calamity. What a disastrous happening to the life. So you can see the picture here. the building is almost toppled over. So that can be done to the people living in the particular area if earthquake comes out. The government helps in times of need like this by providing tents, beds and food to homeless people. If you remember the Kedarnath tragedy, there was lots of rescue, there were lots of rescue teams which had gone to rescue the people, to bring out the bodies. So that is how the government comes out when natural calamity occurs. Often the army is called on the help people at times like this. Japan is a country prone to earthquakes. They are also common in few parts of India. Earthquake is also common here in India and it can occur anytime. You can't say, okay, at this time, at this date, at this particular moment, the earthquake will rise. What should we do when there is an earthquake? Children in our school also, when we have mock drills, we do certain things. There are certain do's and don'ts which we follow during an earthquake. Number 1. If we feel the ground move or see the wall hangings shake, we must simply run out of the building. If you feel that the ground is shaking or the hangings are moving, you should immediately run out of the house. We are safer outside where nothing can fall on top of us, provided that it is an open area and not poles are there. So try to go to an open area where you can find yourself safe. We must not enter the building even after the earthquake stops, as the building may be damaged and fall down later. There are after effects of the earthquake. Even after 1 hour, 2 hours, the earthquake may occur any time. So you should not try to enter the area. Hours after the actual earthquake, even days after the major quake, the earth may shake. They are known as aftershocks of earthquake. Like I said, you should not try to enter the area or the zonal area where earthquake attacked the particular place. Now, cyclones and floods, children. Cyclones and floods are another set of natural calamity which cause lots of disaster to the life and people around. A cyclone is a strong wind accompanied with heavy rain. See, recently we had this cyclone coming up from West Bengal, right? Bangladesh. What is cyclone? Cyclone is a common sight in the coastal areas. The strong winds and rain damage houses and spoil crops. They even blow away electric lines. It is a very hazardous time when cyclones hit a particular place. When there is heavy rains, rivers rise above their banks and water enters homes and fields, causing floods. Floods is another natural calamity. Floods also happen near the sea during cyclones, as strong winds can cause high waves called tidal waves. See, when the seas start rising, the water starts coming to the area. The water starts leaving its place and starts entering the places in which people live or where it finds its ways. People and animals drown and die due to floods and cyclones. They cause great damage to life and property. Weather forecasters study the weather and they can predict a flood or cyclone. Children, San Andreas, this movie was a very famous movie where the weather forecasters, they were working on a dam and they came to know that, okay, an earthquake is soon going to attack this particular area and everything is going to get devastated. San Andreas talked about earthquakes and floods. That is why we have forecasters. That is why we have these people, those who can predict things. A warning is given to people over the TV, radio or in the newspaper. You must be seeing small articles there. Bhari barish ki chetavni, especially in the newspapers. So that is given by the forecasters. People get ready, move their animals and other belongings to a safer place. Sometimes they themselves move, but crops get damaged. For people, those who grow crops, farmers, it's very difficult to take away the crops also. So they need their life. They need their lives. So what do? When the warning is being given by the authorities, they quickly wind up, they quickly pick up their baggages, and they move to a safer place. But what happens? The crops remain there and they all get damaged. When cyclone or floods happen, rescue teams take position. They could be people from the community or the government agencies. Like I said, San Andreas, the Rock, he was a rescue person. He was a member of the rescue team, and there he used to help all the people in the movie to come out of the place. Army is also called to airlift stranded people as well as to airdrop food and medicines. Like I told about Kedarnath tragedy, these army people, they were the ones to go via helicopters and drop food and also bring people back. See, they're dropping foods, they drop basic amenities, they drop the basic necessities of the life. Certain people, they come down, the army people, they come down, and what do? They try to take away the people in the plane and leave it back. Keep them back to a particular or a better place. Government sets up relief camps for homeless. There are certain small camps kept. So that is a very helpful or a very good aid provided by the government. Doctors are put on duty to prevent outbreak of diseases like cholera, gastro. See, during this time also, what is happening? During the start or during the beginning of this pandemic, COVID-19, there were certain doctors, they were put on duty towards this COVID-19. So they are the frontline warriors who help us during the natural calamities. The Red Cross provides medicines, clothing and blood to affected people. Red Cross is a particular aid which gives certain things like medicines, clothing and blood to the people who are affected in the natural calamity. It's an organization named as the Red Cross. Drought is another very hazardous natural calamity. A drought is a dry period with rainfall below the average. So when there is absolutely no rainfall, it becomes drought. The land becomes droughted. It becomes, the land starts splitting. In India, in the year 2002, several regions did not get enough rainfall. Drought-affected states like Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu. These are the drought-affected areas, children. If there is no rain, there isn't enough water for everybody. Lagan movie, that's the best one. There was no rain, so they keep dancing for the rain. Pumps, reservoirs and lakes dry up. Wind erosion strips the land of its topsoil and causes soil erosion. Can you see the strips in the land? This is known as drought. The soil has no more fertility to hold the crops, or it doesn't become reproductive. Poor monsoon rains also cause groundwater levels to dip sharply, and people in cities do not get water in their taps. We are lucky to have water, children. These people, they are not even getting single drop of water to drink. So we should not waste the water. Due to drought, farmers do not get enough water to water their crops. As a result, crops die and there is less food. Price of food items go up. When the demand is high, supply is low. How will the supply be when the drought is there? So what happens? The price, they go up. During this pandemic, a single thing which was for 100 rupees jumped up to 500 rupees. So this happens during natural calamities. See, the animals, the people living, the crops, they're all drying because of the drought. Livestock and other animals, they perish. They have to suffer. They have to suffer because the nature is not supporting us. During severe drought, people die due to shortage of food. This is known as famine. Drought brings famine, femininity, when there is no food to eat. Famine causes the widespread of diseases leading to epidemics. Epidemics means a disease which spreads in a particular area. Diseases, spreading of the diseases. Large amount of money is needed to deal with drought, as Food and water must be distributed to a large number of people and for their animals. Right in the beginning of this our pandemic, there was, such things were raised, raising funds for the COVID-19 people, for the hospitals. All these things are provided by the government. See what happens to all the crops, to people, to all the animals. They keep on suffering. So what did we study in this video, children? We studied a lot in this video about the natural calamities that happen in our environment. We studied about the natural calamities, like I said. What are natural calamities? The act of God or the calamities caused by the nature are known as natural calamities. Earthquake, the shivering of the ground which gives a threat to life and belongings, is an earthquake. You can see here in the picture, cyclones and floods. A heavy storm which comes or breaks down in a particular area is known as a cyclone. Cyclone brings down the floods, the filling of the area where you live in. It brings out floods. Here you can see the picture. Then the next, what we studied about is the drought. The drought, the breaking of the topsoil, which where the soil becomes unproductive for the cropping area. Drought brings famine. Famine when there is no food, nothing available. Children, I hope that you understood what are natural calamities and what are certain natural calamities, basic natural calamities that happen in our environment. There are many other natural calamities like volcanic eruptions, landslides, which usually take places in our area, Dehradun, Mussoorie. Then wildlife, forest fires. Forest fire is also another natural calamity that takes place. Blizzards are storms accompanied by strong cold winds and a lot of snow. Then tornadoes are funnel shaped violent storms. They are also a kind of storms. Then you have tsunami is another one which brings a lot of water in the area which you live in. It is caused by volcanic eruptions and also earthquakes. Then avalanche is a mass of snow or rock and ice that slides down the mountains, and it brings a lot of threat to the life of people living in a particular place. So children, that's all in this video. Hope you enjoyed and hope this information or this video is going to be informative for you, is going to overflow your bag of knowledge. And keep studying, stay healthy, keep enjoying yourself, and stay safe. Stay home. Bye-bye. Take care.